Science is very important because what we need to make good policies is evidence-based information. We're going through the largest transformation, economic transformation in our history in the shortest amount of time. There's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of fear. So the better science we have and the better evidence that we have, the easier it is for the decision makers, the policy makers, but also the population to follow and why we do what we do. And in the past, we've not been very good at this, and I think we need to be much more closer and more interactive and consultative and get the voice of the people on our research. Well, the session that was just in is measuring progress beyond GDP, which is a mandate that we got from the Sustainable Development Goals. It's actually Sustainable Development Goal 17.19. And there's no UN agency actually that has a mandate to do that, so it was kind of left behind. So the Secretary General, when he produced his 2021 report on our common future for the 75th anniversary of the UN, included that target as something that he wanted, that was important to move forward. And he's asked my organization, UNCTAD, UNDESA, and UNDP to lead the whole UN system to come together and review what has been done on measuring progress beyond GDP, and then to put forward some recommendation of a framework that we could use. And the framework is basically based on 3 outcomes that are the well-being of people, the well-being of the planet, and resilience through 3 processes and several criteria that we're proposing. And now in the Pact for the Future that was just adopted in New York at the General Assembly, there's a mandate of the Secretary General to move forward on developing a measure of progress beyond GDP, and to basically bring this to the intergovernmental process to advance further on these issues. And personally, I don't believe that we can achieve the SDGs, the 3-dimensional, economic, environmental, and social, unless we measure progress and well-being differently than we have in the past.
That was exactly the concern, especially of the South.
The next task first is basically the Secretary General will create that task force that will have UN agencies, but our scientific community, that will have the NGOs, that will have the governments to advance on the framework and propose some sort of a dashboard. So it won't be 252 indicators like the SDGs, but it also will not be just one like GDP. So it will be some sort of dashboard that measure what people value in our societies. And then from our point of view, for us at UNCTAD and my work on trade and environment, it's really important that we include the environmental degradation, the value of our environmental asset, but also the social part. So we have a lot of value chain. We are fed by people that are very poor in rural areas. They use biodiversity in a sustainable way. We don't compensate them. How do we compensate people for protecting nature that protects us is really the key for us. Thank you for having us here in this beautiful city, which is Budapest. It's the second time I come, but last time I only stayed a little bit because my friend who's Hungarian was getting married and we got out. And it's beautiful, and thank you for bringing us to all these very historical monuments that are beautiful. And the music yesterday was just fantastic. And the music hall, I think it's a theater, it's just gorgeous. So thank you. Thank you. You're such good hosts and welcoming people.